involving King David Junior Schools in Kapchora district. Now, the Ministry of Works and Transport says enforcement of school transport regulations will be strengthened through mandatory vehicle inspections, stricter compliance requirements for drivers transporting learners, and enhanced monitoring mechanisms for schools permitted to take their learners for educational journeys. We'll take a look at the detail of this.
A series of road crashes involving school children across Uganda has renewed concerns over the safety of learners traveling for educational activities. Following the latest fatal school bus crash in Kapchora district, government has suspended all school study trips and education tours as investigations continue and authorities review measures to improve learner safety. And as isolated road crashes has now raised broader concerns about the safety of school transport across the country. This month alone, several accidents involving learners has been recorded. In Mukono district, a train collided with a bus carrying students of Mwebaza High School. Days later, a bus transporting Amoria High School students crashed into a stationary trailer in Bugwere district, killing the driver and injuring several learners. The latest tragedy occurred in Kapchora district, where a bus belonging to King David Junior School in Deje crashed while returning from an education tour to CP Falls, resulting in 2 deaths of pupils and school staff, while several others sustained injuries. The Ministry of Education and Sports says schools have been operating under guidelines introduced in May 2025, which require educational trips to receive approval from school governing bodies, ensure vehicles undergo mechanical inspection, notify the Uganda Police Force before travel, and conduct journeys during daytime hours. Following the recent accidents, however, government has suspended all school trips and tours nationwide pending a comprehensive review of the existing safety guidelines.
The guidelines remain in force as they are intended to ensure that all co-curricular activities are planned and conducted in a manner that guarantees the safety, security, and welfare of learners at all times. All schools are required to study and adhere to updated basic requirements and minimum standards for schools, which was in 2026. However, the Ministry of Education and Sports has convened an interministerial meeting to come up with immediate and long-term interventions to prevent the occurrence of such incidents involving learners. The immediate intervention are as follows. 1. As earlier communicated, all study trips and tours that involve learners having to travel in group transport by land within the country or going outside Uganda are hereby suspended until further notice.
No parent should lose a child on a school trip and fail to receive that child back home. Government is treating this matter with seriousness it deserves, and we shall stand with affected families and communities as we work to ensure such a tragedy is never repeated.
The Ministry of Works and Transport says enforcement of road safety regulations will now be strengthened through mandatory inspections of vehicles transporting learners, stricter vetting of drivers, and enhanced monitoring of school transport before travel is authorized. Authorities say the measures are intended to close safety gaps that have emerged following the recent crashes.
That all mass drivers, all vehicles which will be carrying people in a mass form, and the drivers for such vehicles will be cleared by the Ministry of Works and Transport, and such drivers will possess the government badges.
The Minister of State for Children Affairs and Youth has also called for greater vigilance by schools, parents and transport operators, stressing that the safety of learners must remain a shared responsibility.
We're working with sister ministries, local governments, development partners and the private sector to strengthen safeguarding policies, entrench institutional accountability and systems that protect every child from preventable harm.
As investigations into the recent accidents continue, government says the review of school transport regulations is intended to strengthen compliance, improve road safety standards, and ensure educational trips do not end in tragedy. Story compiled by Kim Gisha Theopista, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.